لحد آخر يوم في عمري، حضني من أول حياتي وهم همي، اللي كتر خيرها داب خيرها في دمي وعايش فيه.
I don't know if I'm taller than Hamza. Wow. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So, I am in a matatu going to Nairobi from Murang'a. That time I was in Murang'a. And I landed in Juja, delivered some books, but this time I didn't deliver them lately. Niliwahi mapema because I was still in Nairobi areas. From Juja, I took another matatu on my way to Nairobi. Now, I was seated, in a matatu. Kuna ile kiti ya pale, kule Mombasa tunaita kuna kwanga na choo kwa matatu. Ile space ya pale katikati. Now, we were seated there, and there are some two gents sitting in front of me. And these guys start saying things. I remember one person saying, hawa Waislamu kitu wanajua ni ugaidi tu, kuoa wanawake wengi na kuuza madawa za kulevya. Now you know when you look at me phenotypically, you cannot know that I'm a Muslim. You know, these non-Muslims have painted a picture that a Muslim is a person who is mweupe kidogo, akona nywele the curly hair. You know, because there's sometimes I've gone to places that have branded me Kimani, Lemayan, Musyoka. So these guys didn't know I was a Muslim. So in this matatu, they start continue saying these negative things about Muslims. And it pained me. So I asked myself, if I, who looks like this, is going through this, what about those our brothers and sisters who have been painted by non-Muslims that they looked that these are Muslims? What about our sisters who wear the hijab, the buibui, and the niqab? What are they going through? And it's so unfortunate that we are having this event today after an incident that happened yesterday that was struck a nation outrage. So I decided to do something about it. In other situations, I would have decided to complain, rant, make noises, make excuses, tafanya nini. Tumeambiwa kuwa siku za mwisho tutateseka, kuwa Muislamu ni kama kushikilia kala moto, and leave it to that. But I usually have one statement that I say, and I usually say it to my workmates, to people we work with, that if you have time to complain about something, then definitely you have time to come up with a solution for that something that you're complaining about. So that night is how we formed the Muslim media. But I asked myself, what is playing the role of people having this bad image about Muslims? And to one of the answers that I had, I knew one thing was the media. The media usually portrays unusual things about Muslims. It is one of the factors that is spreading propaganda that Muslims are such and such when we are not such and such. So I decided to come up a platform that will be used to show the world that Muslims are doing great things. Muslims are doing commendable job. I saw a meme one day, not even a meme, I think it's a good point, that Muslims in India are being banned from going to school with a hijab. Well, the first person to build a university in the world was a woman by the name Fatima Al-Fihri from, I think from Morocco. Look at the great discoveries that are in the world right now. In medicine, where we practiced, most of the things that we learn there have been discovered by Muslims. Thinking of even from these spectacles that I'm wearing, the first opticals that were discovered was discovered by a Muslim. The first coffee, the first soap. These are things that were discovered by Muslims. But again, the media are not portraying this. And there's only a statement I usually say to my brother Sam here, that if the system is bad, we should not complain about the system. Let's change the system. Let's create a good system that we should not be complaining about. So we started the Muslim media back in 2019. We started by social media posts celebrating Muslim males on Mondays. We called it Muslim Male Personality of the Week. Then we went to Wednesday and celebrated female personality of the week, used to celebrate organizations. But then we thought that is not enough. Not everyone is in social media. We need to do something extra. And that is how we came up with the 100 most influential events. And this is something that usually we celebrate Muslims from different categories. And we try as much as we can that we portray just the good things. We have a statement that we usually say in our office, because some of the times we get to be criticized a lot. And we usually say one thing: our work is to celebrate and not to judge. Judging is the work of Allah. And our theme is usually celebrating the Ummah. Our theme is not celebrating the Sunni, celebrating the Shia. We believe, and I believe, that everybody who says La ilaha illallah is a Muslim. So we have various dreams that we want to do with the Muslim media. One thing that usually pains me a lot, and I've really seen it because I worked in the medical field for some while, is that most of the time we see our ladies, our Muslim mothers, sisters, they go to hospitals, sometimes even with the gynecological problems, but then they get to be treated with males, which something to me is not really amusing. And I was discussing it one day with my sister here of Holby, and we were saying that this is something we need to change. So one of the things that usually we want to do, and inshallah maybe by the grace of Allah, probably this year or next year, what we want to start is start a chain of medical outpatient centers whereby we are going to be doing and practicing health in the Sharia way, whereby our mothers and sisters are going to have their own female practitioners to be treated. Our brothers and sisters, our brothers are going to be treated by their own male, because this is something that is sometimes creating a lot of fitna. We in the hospitals usually see it a lot. You go with your wife there, gets treated by a male doctor. Sometimes unaambiwa kaa nje kidogo, wacha tutibu. You don't know what is happening inside there, and to me it's not fair. And this is one thing that usually we want to start with, inshallah. And we look forward to your support. We look forward to your partnerships, and inshallah it's going to be good. Also want to come up with a good education system. And I was also discussing it with one sister here, Ustadha Aisha, that the education system we have is not efficient for me. Because one thing is, these universities, they teach us careers, but they don't teach us how to make a business out of that career. That is why we have so many unemployed youths out here. So many people are complaining of poverty, whatever. But to me, one thing I usually believe in is the statement that says, don't give someone fish, but teach someone how to catch that fish. So what we want to do is have educational centers that we are going to teach people and equip people with skills. Like I have a skill of publishing, someone has a skill in photography, someone has a skill in public speaking, coding, whatever. Any skill you can think of. So not only do we want to teach people how to equip them with these skills, but how to commercialize and monetize these skills. Because I think this is one thing that's usually lacking. Yes, I could be having a skill in photography, but how do we make a business out of that photography? How do we register it? How do we go about paying taxes? How do we go about getting customers? How do we go about bookkeeping and accounting? And these are the things that we're not taught in schools and universities. So inshallah, these are the kind of projects we want to come up with, inshallah. Let me not take much of your time. Today is not my day. Today is the day of these amazing Muslim women that we want to celebrate in different categories. We have 34 categories. And when we were coming up with this notion of celebrating women, because this is an event we are going to be doing annually, probably on every International Women's Day, because we want to show the world that yes, we have Muslims that are doing, Muslim women who are with their hijabs, who are wearing their buibouis and their good dresses, they are wearing decent. They're not just housewives sitting in their homes. They're not just people who do small work. But we have people, we have women in manufacturing, we have women that we're celebrating that have their own agricultural farms. We have women that we're celebrating and that are in the energy sector. And this is something, inshallah, that we want to show the world that we're doing. Because one thing that we usually say in Muslim media, we usually do is, we are celebrating Muslims because I want, when I have my own daughter or my own son, I could be telling them that, hey, if you want to venture into the manufacturing field, there's a Muslim woman called so and so who you can learn from, and not just learn from any Muzungu you just find in the internet. So I'd beg to finish from there. Mine is to thank you so much, especially to my big brother here, Dr. Hassan, for him finding time to be here and allowing us to be in this hall through the grace of Allah. Being our platinum sponsor is something that we cannot take for granted. Together with our brothers from Samad Resources, Al Sabil Heights, from Gulf African Bank, from Ban Manufacturing, Jikokoa, and all the rest. Thank you so much, and I wish you all the best, and assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.